Hey, what's the matter?
There's somebody downstairs. Who? How do I know? Must be a burglar.
A burglar?
You frightened them away.
Good.
Oh, shut up. Get up and follow me.
Hey, just a minute, Sid. You invited me round to stay the night. In return, I agreed to cook breakfast. There was nothing in the contract about chasing burglars.
You were sharing my hospitality, mate. You were sharing my burglars. Get up. Grab a weapon and keep quiet.
Are you sure it's a burglar? Are you sure it's not one of those things that go boop in the night?
There'll be another bump in the night if you don't hurry up. Come on. Is that supposed to be a weapon? Or are you thinking of having a kip on the landing?
It was the nearest thing.
How can you knock a man out with that? Here, grab that.
Hey, just a minute. How hard do I hit him?
What do you mean?
Well, how hard do you hit a man to knock him out?
I don't know.
Ah!
A bit harder than that. Ow! Charlie, get off my foot!
Well, I can't see. Sid. There's no one here.
When the window's open, mate, there must be somebody here.
Well, perhaps he's gone.
You go and look in the hall, and if you see anything, bash it. Come on. Come on out. I know you're there. Come on. Hey, Nick. Charlie, come in. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
So you said to bash him.
You can't hit a little bloke like that.
Well, it doesn't matter how big he is. He's still a burglar.
Who is?
You are.
I haven't taken anything.
Only because there's nothing worth taking.
How dare you? We got stuff here that's priceless, are you?
Where? I haven't seen any. It's just the same with all the other houses down the road.
You haven't looked, mate. Look at those candlesticks. I bet you never saw anything like that down the road.
Only because they haven't saved up enough cigarette coupons.
I didn't get over cigarette coupons. 16 bob and 12 cornflake tops, that lot.
Sid, I did not get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to listen to a discussion on economics.
I'm not letting him bust in here and start telling me I've got nothing worth pinching. Stand back. Look at that, mate. A Chinese chess set for a start. See that? And carved ivory, matey. Genuine Oriental antique.
You got that from a Chinaman during the war for a pair of army boots and a mess tin.
Well, it just shows you how old it is.
Yeah, nice workmanship. Lovely patina.
Is he?
Yeah, I can get this valued for you if you like.
Well, that's very nice of you. You certainly know the good from the bad, don't you?
Well, I have to make a profit on the stuff. You see, my wife works nights and I have to pay for a babysitter. I've
Oh?
got 3 kids at home, you know.
Have you really?
Yeah, and I can't get a job to support them because of my record.
So you're more or less forced into a life of crime, then?
Oh, blimey, now he's playing probation officer. Oh, Sid, can we go to bed?
Oh, shut up. Don't lie down. You know something? That's not the only good stuff I got in the house. I got a couple of rarities upstairs. I got a couple of original reproductions of Picasso and a Rembrandt. Genuine antiques, been in the family for generations. Come on, have a look round. Come on.
Sid, there's a small point you seem to have overlooked. He's a burglar. He's not Richard Dimbleby, and you are not the Duke of Bedford taking him on a conducted tour. Will you call the police?
Call the police? Excuse me. What do you want the police for?
To arrest him.
Arrest him? Charlie, haven't you got a heart? How can you arrest a boy like this who's got 3 kids? His wife has to go out and work at night. He's forced into a life of crime because of the intolerance of the society around him.
Thank you.
All right. If you feel like that, give him something to pinch and get rid of him.
I'll get rid of you in a minute. Hey, your babysitter must be dead worried about you. You better off it.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, all right.
Excuse me, please.
Here, have you tried number 26?
Yeah, load of rubbish.
Oh, is it? Well, shut out, Ed.
Shut up.
Well, there you go. Give my regards to the wife and kids.
I will.
What a nice little fella.
I don't understand it. I get dragged out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, bashed on the head, stand there in the freezing cold, and you let him go.
Yes, And you better get to sleep right now, mate. You're going to need it, because you're getting up early in the morning.
What for?
Because you're going down to the police station to report a burglary.
But you let him go.
That is not the point, Charlie. It's the principle of the thing. The police are here to protect us. And if a little fellow like that could sneak in here, think what a big bloke could do. We could have been murdered in our beds.
Right now, I don't care what happens, as long as it's in our beds.
Made in Japan. It must be valuable if they take the trouble to send them all that way.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
We have come to demand protection for Wilkins Street.
Oh? Well, what sort of protection?
Protection from burglars and prowlers in the night.
What, down Wilkins Street? I shouldn't have thought there was anything worth pinching down there.
Oh, don't you start. We happen to have had a burglar in our house last night.
You're quite sure it was a burglar, sir? Only sometimes people hear noises in the night, and it turns out to be one of those things that go bump in the night, as they say.
Oh, yeah, that was one of those. Yeah. I got the bump to prove it.
Robbery with violence, eh?
Yeah. It wasn't the burglar who hit me.
Oh, who did then?
It was him.
Yeah, but it was only an...
Just a minute, sir. And you're preferring charges against him?
Well, that's not a bad idea.
You cop another one.
Hang on. How long would he get?
Well, if it was proven, he might get anything up to 6 months.
Yeah? I'll think about it.
Oh, shut up. Can we get back to the burglary?
Oh, yes, certainly, sir. Now then, was anything stolen?
No. We caught him before he took anything.
Oh, you caught him? Oh, that's very good. And he didn't resist arrest?
Well, no, he was only a little fella.
Oh. Well, where is he now?
He let him go again.
Oh, you let him go again? You're not a fisherman by any chance, are you, sir?
Why should I be?
Oh, I just thought you might be throwing the little ones back, waiting for a bigger one.
Highly comical. Let's get on with your duty, shall we?
Well, I'm doing my best. Now then, what was the man like?
Well, he was a nice little fella.
Oh, no, I mean his description. We might be able to trace him and arrest him.
Arrest him? You can't arrest him. He's got a wife and 3 kids.
Oh, I see. So the way I understand it, you want protection against a little burglar who is a nice bloke, so you don't want him arrested.
But don't look at me. It's his idea.
Well, what exactly do you want us to do? Arrest the wife and 3 kids?
You could just about cope with that, couldn't you? We want protection, mate. We want those streets patrolled.
Oh, I see. And when we catch him, you want us to let him go again?
Let him go? He might be some great hulking murderer.
You just said he was a nice little bloke.
Well, that was last night. You never know who might be around tomorrow night.
I could understand you hitting him, but I can't understand him hitting you.
The point is this, mate. That burglar should never have been there in the first place. Your job is to prevent crime. And Wilkins Street is obviously not adequately protected.
Well, we have a constable patrolling that area about every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours? Is that all?
We've always found that adequate.
But anything could happen in between. It only takes a couple of minutes to nip in here and bang somebody over the head.
Yeah, and in 2 hours, that means 60 people.
And there's only 20 houses. Do you realise that the whole of Wilkins Street could be wiped out before that cop comes round again?
I very much doubt it, sir. Anyway, we manage fairly well. There's no need for you to worry. We're the ones who have to do the worrying.
What do you worry about, mate?
Blokes like you coming in here and wasting our time. Now up it.
That does it. Come on, Charlie. We'll find our own protection, matey. Coppers? A bob a dozen.
Do come this way, will you please, Mr. James is. And Mr. Dunn. Bilge, father, stop doing that. It's getting awfully boring. Come along, my darlings. Into bed, guys. Both of you. And stop that, Bilge, father. Mummy's not laughing. Now, Mr. James, what can I do for you?
Well, I want a dog.
Oh, you don't want a bitch?
Well, I don't mind, really.
But you've just said you wanted a dog.
Yes, well, I don't usually bother with the distinction. I mean, a dog's a dog. Even if it is a... Well, if you'll pardon the expression, I can't say it.
Bitch, Charlie!
Good gravy, Mr. James. You don't want to be shy with me. Now, come along. I've got some absolute corkers to show you. Now, tell me, Mr. James, what are your thoughts about a Pekingese? I know people say peaks are sissy, but it's a fallacy. I've got an absolutely buffer little lady in here. Maiden bitch. I shouldn't worry about her being pink, Mr. James. It's just a touch of Bergman's Fantods. It's absolutely non-contagious and ridiculously easy to cure. You just bang a spot of diesel oil on the affected parts and Bob is virtually your uncle.
No, thank you, no.
Well, what about a Sky Terrier, Mr. James? We've got a grand little chappie in here. Would you like to have a look at him? We're a bit short in the stifle joint. And our little stern is rather sad, but of course we make up on the brisket.
I don't want to cook him. What do we whisper him for?
He's rather sensitive. I don't want to start a fixation.
Oh. Yes, well, I wouldn't like anybody chatting about my brisket either.
No. Exactly. All my dogs are awfully sensitive, you know, Mr. James.
Really?
Oh, I do wish you could see the Bullock Smythe strain in action in the ring. It is such a joy. You know, all the judges are absolutely unanimous that they've never seen anything like it.
Go on. Yes, well, look, I just want a dog. You know, a dog. I'm not a bit fussy who his mummy and daddy were.
Do you mean a mongrel?
No, Sid, you can't have a mongrel that hasn't got the blood.
Exactly.
Well, what's he got then?
Well, it's the breeding that counts.
Quite.
It makes them regal and dependable and intelligent.
Absolutely.
You get a mongrel, you don't know what you're getting. It'll turn out anyway. I mean, it's all in the stock, Sid. Dogs come from good stock and bad stock, just like human beings.
Well, that explains a lot about you, doesn't it? I mean, one of your ancestors was probably a slobber-chopping bloodhound. I mean, look at this lot. I can't have any of these, Charlie. Look at him.
Oh, that's Casimir Wilsdon. He's a grand strain, a very noble family.
Noble is right. He's looking at me like I was a peasant. I'd have to salute him every time I walk by.
All right, Daisy, that's it.
Look, what I want is...
Well, I don't really know what to suggest for you, Mr. James. You're being awfully captious. Unless perhaps you'd like to see my little Tomlinson. I'll get him for you, shall I? Come along. Tom. There. That's my little Tomlinson. He's by Enigma out of Mystery Tour, you know. It's a new breed. We're not quite sure how they're going to turn out.
Yes, but
Oh, Sid, look at him. Oh, Sid, isn't he lovely?
I could let you have him for 50 guineas.
50 guineas?
Special price.
Has he got gold teeth or something?
Well, you've got enough money from the residents of Wilkins Street. Oh, Sid, you are honor bound to buy a dog. And look at him. Oh, look, Sid. Look at his little nose. Look at his little eyes. Oh, hello, Dan. Like your Uncle Charlie? Hey, Sid, I think he's taking a fancy to me.
Oh, dear, you are well away.
Charlie, that is not a dog. It's a creature. But we're looking for a dog to protect us. He needs another dog to protect him.
Oh, you mean you need a guard dog, Mr. James? Why didn't you say so? I think I've got the perfect animal for you in there.
Oh?
Tibetan yak hound.
A what?
A yak hound from Tibet. He's rather large, but then he has to be, to look after the yaks in Tibet.
Well, that sounds all right.
Charlie, how can we afford that? This little bloke costs 50 guineas. A big bloke like that costs about 400.
We don't sell dogs by weight, you know, Mr. James. I can let you have him for about £10.
What's wrong with him?
The pedigree. Pedigree is from Tibet. We don't quite know who his mummy and daddy are.
How come?
He's from Tibet, Mr. James. Enough said. There are only two of them over here. They're both boys. That's why I can let you have him for £10. There's no future.
Oh, we might as well have a look at him, Sid.
Well, by all means. There's no extra charge.
That's a Tibetan yak hound.
Yes.
Are you sure it's not a yak?
He is rather a bonny boy, isn't he? That's why I have to keep him away from my tinies. He rather tends to overawe them.
We'll have him.
Well,
£10.
I'm sure you'll be delighted with him, Mr. James. He's really rather a darling. Well, I'll buzz off before you get him out. If he sees me in this furry jumper, he might think I'm a yak. I'll get some papers for you. Shall I, Mr. James? You might want to show him, you know.
Show him? You don't have to show him, mate. Anybody can see him for miles. This is the one, Charlie. Like you have him patrolling the streets, there won't be a burglar for miles. Come on, boy, this way. Come on. Come on, boy, this way. Come on, lad. This way. All right, that way! Look at him standing there. What a magnificent animal.
Yeah, I must say, Sid, it was a brainwave getting that dog. Everybody down the street is much happier knowing he's out there. Now, one point. I better push off, right?
All right, then. Come on, then.
I'll tell you what, Sid, I'll nip round in the morning, all right?
All right, mate. Well, there you go.
Right now I go. Oh, blimey, there's no worry at all, boy.
Hello.
That dog's out there!
Well, of course he's out there. He's supposed to be. He's stopping people coming in.
Would you mind telling him to let me out?
Come back, boy. You don't understand, dog. Here we are, boy. He's taking it seriously, isn't he? You'll have to climb out the window. Come on.
Well, that's a fine way to make an exit, I must say.
Well, it'll be all right once you get out. It's the getting out he doesn't like.
Blimey, you nearly had my foot off.
What are you panicking for? Stand back. It's very simple, Tony. You've only got to talk to him.
What you going to say to him?
Take him one foot! You must admit he's good at it, isn't he? I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll keep him busy at the window, and you nip out the door. Go on.
Right.
What a lovely boy. Oh, you lovely lad. You ready? Right. Stand by. You lovely boy. Now!
I thought you were going to keep him busy.
He moves fast, doesn't he? I'm enjoying this. I tell you what, look. I'll lure him in the front door. I'll gallop through here, have him chase me, and I'll go straight through the window, and you close the window behind me.
What good will that do?
Then we'll have him trapped in here.
But I'll be trapped in here with him.
Hello?
Mr. James,
Yeah, speaking?
what are you going to do about that dog?
Well, he's outside protecting you, isn't he?
I know, but I've got to get to work tonight and I can't get out.
He's over the road. Now's your chance. Go on, quick. You just have to make a dash for it, mate, won't you? Well, go on then. Take your chance. Go on. Quick. We'll try the window again. Come on. Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing here? Don't you talk to my dog, mate. What are you doing in here?
We're trying to get home from the pictures.
That dog out there won't let you move.
But you can't come in here. This is private.
You're really happy to tell me about an awful dog of yours. It's a wild beast. I can't take Wilkie for his walking.
Oh, that dog. Oh, it's going mad out there. It's a monster.
Which is not a monster. That is a Tibetan yak hound. And you know something? There's only two of those in the country.
They said, I wonder where the other one is.
Probably guarding Salisbury Plain.
There's nobody on Salisbury Plain.
I hope not, mate, with one of those galloping about.
Come on, John. All right.
Get out. Oh, it's you.
Oh, good evening. I'm sorry to trouble you. I had that chess set valued. It's worthless. You get it from detergent tops.
Well, I got it from a Chinaman.
Perhaps he's got a laundry.
Oh. Well, thank you very much. I've got my own troubles at the
I
moment.
just thought I'd let you know.
Okay, dinner. Boy, come back here. Come back. How come that dog didn't chase you?
What, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a nice one, isn't he?
But he's chased everybody else off the street.
He didn't chase me.
But you're the only one he should have chased.
Well, us gentlemen of the night, we have way with him, you know.
Yeah. He's very valuable. Would you like to pinch him?
No, thanks.
Oh. Do you think you could use your influence then and get him in here?
Oh, don't you dare bring that dog in here!
Take him round the back, through the window, and put him in the lounge, and I'll get this lot out of here. All right?
All right.
Thank you.
Come on, boy. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I've got him.
All right, come on, quick. Come on, quick.
It's all right. Going to work.
Oh, it's all right, boy.
Yes, all right. Never mind. Yes, better.
Oh, well, thank heavens that's over.
He's all right in there. He's as quiet as a lamb.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Tom.
I'm sorry about the chess set.
That's not your fault. It's all right. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Give my regards to the wife and kids.
Yeah, I will. Cheers.
What a nice little thief he is.
Goodbye. Well, you'll have to do something about that dog, Sid. He thinks he's still in Tibet, chasing the abominable snowman.
Well, you're the first one he chased.
He didn't chase me. He was attracted to me. I've got away with dogs.
Oh? What way?
That way. Good luck.
Ta-da.
Good night, Mr. Kraft.
Want to buy a dog?